What an unbelievable finish as Nick Naitanui pulls out a miraculous gather and left foot snap at the final siren. His second match-winning goal of his career to snatch victory away from the top 4 Giants. Welcome to Eagle Review, proudly sponsored by Masters. Slam one down on a Monday, why wouldn't you? Ben Roberts, we were both there. What a marvellous game to attend. What a gutsy performance, really, to come back from the 23-point final quarter deficit on the road, 6-day break.
Top 4 side.
Could your back be against a wall any harder?
I know, they're almost crashing through it. And just when I went downstairs at the end of the game, we were down by a goal. When I got downstairs, it was level. Then they kicked that goal with 1:17 to go. I thought, bloody hell, what's going on here? This will be devastating. 8 seconds to go. Geez, it's going to be flat in the flight on the way home. And then, bang, Nick goes whack. Just dug in and scrapped it out, and a memorable win.
I thought Rory Lobb was going to be the supreme hero for the Giants on the night. He's obviously dobbed the last goal of the night, but the one from 50 on the angle, we were behind that. That was an unbelievable goal. Yeah. He played a marvellous game.
Yeah, and to think, again, 1:17 to go, he kicks that goal, and I thought, that's it. And then that last 2 minutes, bloody, that was intense. And so many little 1%ers. The one that I actually can't stop looking at when I look at that is Sam Butler on the wing. They get it past there, they are home, run it up, and there's 2-1. He throws the hand out, Anthony Koutoufides style, grabs it, feeds it back to Scoey. He almost gets caught, Nick nearly gets caught, candy shot from Cripper, unbelievable stuff, and huge from Butts, huge.
Yeah, addictive viewing, that one. West Coast very wasteful in that first quarter. They were squandering a lot of opportunities. They were using the ball at 50% in that first quarter. You got to largely pay respect to the Giants' defence and their immense pressure. But the patch in the third quarter, that was a big lapse, Benny. 5 straight to GWS. We really did switch off as they took control of the game.
Yeah, and it looked like you think, geez, they kick 5 on the trot, still 35, 40 minutes to go in this game. If they don't do something now, this could get ugly a little bit. And they toughed it out a little bit, stuck within touch of, say, 23 points, but then got serious again in the last quarter, and geez, bloody glad they did.
It was goals from stoppage where they really got on top. They had 3 goals from stoppage in that third quarter, GWS, and they're ranked number 1 in the competition.
Yep, Eagles were number 2 going into that game, so it was always going to be a huge factor, especially from the 2 big ruckmen that were in there. Last quarter, we kicked 6 goals. You think domination on the stats sheet? Have a listen to this. Well, I won't even have to list them off. We lost everything except for scoring efficiency, and that was the key. We had inside 50s. We scored at 56% of the time when we went inside. Limited them to 26%, which is really, really low. Screams out how well they scrapped it out, made it difficult for them. They had a lot of inside 50 stoppages. They just levelled them, got it back, worked their way up the ground. Huge effort, huge effort.
They're remarkable stats, those ones. I thought GWS's biggest faux pas was when Devon Smith went to switch the ball in that second quarter. They were 23 points up, well in control of the game at this stage, and he gave JK the opportunity to then flick it on to Lecker, and we really just got back into that second quarter there. Good to see the midfield scoring power from the Eagles come to the fray. Sheed, Hutchings, Prutis with 2, and this bloke, Luke Shuey, with 2 in the final quarter alone. How important was number 13 to instrument this victory?
I think easily his best game in Eagles colours, 38 of the best. He had 14, how's this for a last quarter? 14 possessions, 6 clearances, a number of inside 50s, 2 goals. Huge game from Luke Shuey in the last quarter when the game's there to be won. Massive. He'll get 3 votes. He'll get 3 votes.
And he and Cripper in the top 5 for the AFL in goal assist. Didn't know that one either, but it was pointed out by Fox Footy. Nick Naitanui's game in general, coming up against Mummy. They were talking about he's taken on Mummy and Sandilands in back-to-back weeks from Achilles surgery.
It doesn't get any more physical than that,
No, it doesn't. And he battled willfully throughout the game.
Yeah, I reckon, geez, it was real close. He probably, like with what happened at the end, he probably took the honours just like it was close. It was a really good battle actually all day, really physical as predicted. Both very different types of games, and only he could probably do what he did. Like to be in the ruck, people always say he's like an extra midfielder. Well, the ball hit the deck. He's gone one-handed pick up with Shield there as well. Got loose from Shield's tackle, left foot, not the other ruckman. In fact, probably no other ruckman can do that. So, Nick Nat, well done.
Where do you sit with the Shuey free kicks, mate? They're going to be talking about it a fair bit in the AFL because he does get paid a lot of high free kicks and the 50-metre penalties as well, which got West Coast back in that second term.
Love them. Love them. No, look, they're always going to cause angst, particularly because the 2 goals were late in the piece. But, look, the umpire paid them. They're high. The umpires have said, with all the talk around high tackles, they're high. So, 50-metre penalties. The one where Luke gets blocked in his run, that's a 50, has been for a while. The JK one was very tight, I thought. It was, sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. That was tough.
That was a stiff one.
It happens.
Simon Tunbridge could be in a fair bit of strife. Massive KO tackle on Adam Kennedy. Nothing malicious in it, so that's why you really do feel for the bloke, but that's why the rule's been put into place to prevent these kind of instances. You've got to feel for Tunners right now, though.
Yep, I feel more for Adam Kennedy at the moment with his health, obviously. But
yeah, obviously.
Tunners, like he was playing pretty well too, Tunners. And yeah, look, you don't mean to do that. That's what reckless is, though. There's a level of duty of care there that's required, and he'll cop his whack.
Good to see Luke and Nick Nat go up to him as he was being stretchered off just to see he was okay, check his status. Hats off to the boys there. Great to see Sharrod Wellingham pull up all right from his tackle where his knee got kind of caught underneath him. He's going into the game a bit sore from a couple of weeks getting bruised and battered, but to come back, play throughout the game. Thought we were going to play with 21 there for a minute.
I was worried.
And he had tackle of the night when Lachie Whitfield was running into a certain goal. Hats off to Sharrod, very important player in the back half.
Yeah, those types of things, like we say, the 1%ers were huge all night, and that was one of them. They were definitely going to get a goal and got in there and save one. Another one, Hutchie, going back with the flight. Certainly didn't do it in my playing days, and I know you wouldn't have as well. Going back like this, if he looks at the ball for 1 second, at the player for 1 second, that's a free kick. But didn't, keep his eyes on it the whole time, caused a turnover, goal ski. So little things like that can go a very long way.
Shannon Hearn's been using the ball sensationally well from fullback, as we've touched on, but he's sure this is one of the best kickouts from fullback I've probably ever seen.
Unbelievable. It was actually kicks from both teams during the night that caused to go end to end, and that's because of the quality of the kick out. So that was one of the best kicks we've ever seen. Speaking of the best we've ever seen, no, not talking about this show, talking about Stevie J. Johnson. Lying down on the ground, if you don't mind, early in the piece, I thought this is going to be the best goal I'd ever seen, lying on the ground. A little bit arsey, can I say that on
Yeah, I think you can.
I think I've said it now.
If the bounce went his way, that was goal of the year
Monstrous.
in my mind. Go to Roast of the Round, few nominations as per usual. Josh Hill may have had the most important point of his career as he was telling everyone post-match, but this lack of goal on the goal square, I don't care if it bounced the wrong way or not. Josh, you're absolutely getting roasted. Or when he was tackled in the goal square, and we'll get the umpire involved there. I don't think he's even touched the footy yet, so that is a definite roasting.
Kelly involved with two. Ryan Griffin, not his fault, but this is not his best look.
No.
That looks very, very ordinary, I would have thought.
Batman villainish.
Yeah, no, he did from a distance edges. I was a bit worried. Bunga has been so resolute all year. This probably wasn't his finest effort. We'll leave it at that. That's all we need to say.
Big in the context of the game. So let's go on to Elliot Yeo. Sensational mark here on the flank. The game's in the balance. You'd think if you're going to pull the trigger down the middle of the ground, this is going to be one of your most important kicks. That's hit the turf about 24 times before it got to Andrew Gaffney.
Speaking of Shanks, Jesus, was nerve-wracking right at the end there. Jezza Cameron running into an open goal, bit of chaos ball from Green. Barrass, I must say, chase like I've never seen him chase before, and well done, Tommy Barrass. Probably did just enough to keep him off balance, and that goal needed the score and didn't. Roast.
Tommy said that he was feeling everything tighten up on that sprint to the ball. We'll stick on Tommy Barrass. Chris Marston, you don't think they were the first to Nick Natanui to give him a big hug? This was an intense play to almost decide the game, but Nick Natanui getting these boys out of strife. And let's have a look at the coach's box here very quickly, Benny. The celebration that went down on the final goal, it was anything, wasn't it?
It was huge. It was like, oh mate, it was just, I've never seen a box explode like that, and I've never seen someone explode out of the blocks like Tim Jepp. He's in the box next door. I think Olympics are on. He has broken a world record from box 1 to box 2 to celebrate. He was in there within 5 seconds. That's a huge effort.
Well done, Tim Dickie Knee Jepp there. But the winner, we've got to go into the Olympics, though. We're taking a completely different route here. We're going with Sun Yang. Gee, bit of controversy around the fella, isn't there? Yeah.
What's he say? The king of the 1500?
Yeah,
How'd you go in the final, mate?
Big fan of himself, but we've got to give him credit here. He's gone to get involved with the crowd, gone for the great swimming cap throw. That's gone backwards. That's horrendous. And so was your swim. All the best.
Bye.
Do you want to be a part of WA's more awesome squad? Prove it. You can win 5 tickets for you and mates to come to a West Coast Eagles home game. Just snap a photo of you and your other squad members, #MastersSquad, and head to Masters Instagram or Facebook page to get the ultimate fan experience.